Alright. What's up, YouTube? It's R-Mageddon. I'm just gonna do go live on YouTube and just snipe for a little while. I got about 30 minutes before I take my son somewhere. So I'm gonna show you guys how I get coins. I'm gonna give credit to some of the YouTubers that I watch to pick up some sniping techniques or whatever. I got my own way of doing it. I'm pretty sure it's unique to anything anybody else is doing, but still the concepts all the same about overpricing. So picking up cards and overpricing them. And Chewbacca Lemma. I'll put the links in the description. But Chewbacca Lemma is a real good YouTuber to watch when it comes to sniping. He does a lot of 30-minute snipe videos. And I think his partner or somebody he actually has a lot, or he collaborates with a lot, is TT23. That dude's good. And who else? As far as the market, because this is like a little mini economy. So as far as the MUT market on the auction house, I like to watch Gut Fox's videos. Actually, Gut Fox puts out a lot of good stuff. Player reviews, card reviews. I mean, that dude has the cards like the same day they come out, and he puts out offenses and stuff like that. And he's real thorough and puts out a lot of content. So he's one of my favorite YouTubers. So anyway, here's my offense. You can see my line is pretty beastly. Uh, all 90s. This guy here is what I pulled out of the free playoff pack or whatever it was. So the rest of these guys, I just upgraded the line. I got a lot of issues with how the offensive line works. Most guys know that offensive line and like a salary cap. Typically, the pro players they'll tank their lines with bronze and silvers. Forward Progress Madden put out a video about having 5 fat guys, so how weight factors into the equation when it comes to run blocking. I've seen Clickwood do videos about strength, that it really doesn't matter. So there's a lot of information out there about how much the line really matters, but when you're getting coins the way I do, it's not a big deal. It's not. I don't spend any money on this game. I just can't do it. So, and as far as solos, I would always say, guys, play your solos to get coins. But actually now, for the time it would take me to do solos, I'd rather spend that time just sniping. I can snipe for 30 minutes to an hour and make a lot more than I can playing a bunch of solos. I like to use the solos just to get packs, because you can get something random and get something really good in a pack, but I don't really seem to have very good pack luck, except for the beginning of the year. Beginning of the year it seemed like I had very good pack luck. Now, not so much. So hold on, let me check something. See if my mic is on. All right. All right, so I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna jump right in. I have some things already that I purchased earlier, um, and the way I snipe now, I wouldn't even call it sniping. It's so easy, and what I did is I just decided to that I want my cars to sell faster and to get another one. I don't go for the home runs on these cards anymore. I used to try to maximize the profit on every card. Now I just try to do a formula where if I purchase something under 8,000, I'm just trying to add 2,000 to it. So if the card is 7,000, I'll probably only make 1,100 coins. But if I do it over and over and over again, because the cards are selling so fast, it just adds up. And if I lose track of what I bought a card for, I'll just go back and look at the buy now price and add 2,000 to it. So yeah, it sometimes I can break even or even take a small loss if the market moves, but it works out in the long run. All I know is that in the top right hand corner where it says 544,500, I just see that thing moving up, and I know, see, there's something that sold. So let's just go see what sold real quick. All right, so that was a Willie Brown card. That was actually one of the chemistry gold ultimate legend Willie Brown. I think I got him for I think I got him for 3,500 and I put him up for 5,500. So he sold. Now, if you looked around the time I put him up for 5,500, the lowest card if you chose the buy now price, and I'll go here now, was 3,500. So I just marked him up 2 grand. Maybe could have tried for more, but that was a safe amount. Now this card right here, this 1875, 18750, and this 1900, these are my cards. A few minutes ago, see there it goes right there, just sold. Okay, so I bought this for 14, and I put it up for 18,750, and then you'll see it just sold. So there we go. Richie Incognito is one of my favorite cards to snipe. So I'm gonna show you the whole deal right here. I have like a lot of ways I do it, but I'll just show you one that you can start with if you want to start sniping. So right now, this is the filters I have set up. I do very simple. I start with QB, wipe this out. I'm gonna show you guys some shortcuts too to be able to look at cards. And then quality is 85 through 89. Program is Ultimate Team base set. I thought the ability to make coins off of these Ultimate Team base set elites would end a long time ago with all the better cards coming out, and these cards have been the same price all year. They've only fluctuated. I mean, once they came down in price from the beginning, back in August. Once they came down in price, once better than the base set elites came out, these cards have been the same all year long. All right, some more stuff. So let's see what's sold real quick. Either sold or it expired. I mean, some of my cards end up expiring. I'll just repost them. All right, so it's Michael Bennett. I think I saw him sitting there for 25. I put him up for 45 or something like that. I don't remember. All right, so I saw a few notifications, so something must have expired. Oh no, it didn't. So look at that, Bennett. It sold for 3,600. So let's see where I bought him. Where's Bennett? There he is. I bought him for 16. So I bought him for 16, and I put him up. I put him up for 36. So I added 2,000. So it doesn't take a lot of brain power to do that. It doesn't take a lot of I mean, I've done the spreadsheet thing. I've written, I've used a notepad to write down the prices. I got tired of doing that, and this is a lot easier just to. Oh, I'm sorry. So let's just say Michael Bennett expired, right? Let's say he expired. And remember, I bought him for 1,600, but I'm buying a lot of cards back to back to back, and I'm not going to remember all the cards I bought. Oh shoot, am I? Okay, I had to make sure I was still broadcasting. So let's say I forgot how much I had them up for, and then I want to repost them, so I have to figure out what I'm going to repost them for. So I'll just go back to, I believe he's a left end. Okay, yeah, he's a left end, and then I'll go to buy now price, and right there is 2,100. So 2,100, I'll take that, and then I'll put them back up for 4,200. I'm sorry, 21. I put them, yeah, 41. So put them back up for 1 hour for 41. Right, that's like what, 1,900 coins, 1,800 or something like that. So you do that a bunch of times, adds up. There's one for 2,000. I could probably grab that one, but I don't like to have a lot of the same card. Let somebody else get that. But that would be definitely one I would grab. So let's just, so I'm going to start from the top. So like I said, I start with the quarterbacks. And looking at it right away, there's nothing here that I would really want. But I want to show you something. See the buy now price on Breeze is 3,200 for his best card. If I filter down just to him, let's see what his cheapest card is. It might be the same, but sometimes it's not. Okay, 24. You see that? So you would, if you just go by filter by QB, it's so many cards, you're not going to see them all. And this is why overpricing works. So I'm going to show you exactly why overpricing works. besides what I just showed you. So typically when you first come in, the filter is, so the top one is time remaining. So it's always defaulted to that one. So look at time remaining. So if you don't know anything about the auction, let's say you really want to buy Drew Brees. So I go Brees. And I'm looking, and the first card I see that I can buy is 7 grand. Well, some people don't know any better, and they'll just buy that one. Okay. So look at this, 41 bids, and they finally settled on 4,000. They could have got them for 2,400. So this is why it works. So if I have, and when you're doing this, sometimes you'll get lucky and you'll get a card for like 1,600. Sometimes you'll see 100 coins. Somebody just throw them up, because people with a whole lot of coins will spend a whole lot of money on the game. They don't really bother with the little small cards like this. But this is how you make coins. This is how people like me make coins that don't spend money on the game and don't have the time to grind a bunch of solos, even though I do play my fair share of solos, but I'd rather play online head to head with my team instead of playing a bunch of solos. So alright, so here we go. So there's really, okay, let me go back to the quarterback and let me show you what I do. So I go QB and I just take a look at the landscape, try to see what the prices are. 26, okay, might be better than that if I filter them down, but I'm not really going after Breeze. Breeze is the worst quarterback to buy. You got to get him in the thousands. You got to get him like 1,700 and repost him for 37, something like that. That would be a good snipe for him. Same thing with Luck. You can get Luck for about 2,000. If you can get him for 2,000, put him up for 4, that's good. If you get him for like 29, you're pushing it, putting him up for 49. Because Breeze and Luck are, you could kind of think of them as the same, with Breeze being a tick less valuable. So the quarterbacks I like to look at are Aaron Rodgers. So I just put AAR. That'll filter to him. And what I'm looking for, I got the filter set to buy now. What I'm looking for is a big gap or a decent sized gap between this card, the first card that shows up, and the next few cards. So 17.5 and 18.5, it's only 1,000. That's not something that would make me jump on it. So then we look at Tom Brady. Now that's tempting, and that's just got posted. You see it's 59 minutes, so that just got posted. It's probably going to sell before I can do anything. But if I'm looking at this, I can grab that for 12 and probably put it up. See, that's just not enough margin, because if I grab it for 12 and put it up for 14,750 to beat out these cards, to beat out these cards right here, and then look at this one. This is the 5-hour card. It's 5 hours. So if I go time, so let's say I bought that 12,000 coin Tom Brady. If I not applying the rule where I would just add 2 or 3. So if I buy something over 8,000, I'm going to add 3 to it. If I buy something over 15,000, I'm going to add 4 to it, 4,000. So if I just wanted to try to maximize, if I got it for 12 and I wanted to get the most I could, I'm going to show you how I would price it. I would go to time remaining, and I would look at where the 1 hour marks start. So the 1 hour marks start right here. Okay, so this guy is not going to get that 25,500. That's ridiculous. 22.5, that's a stretch. 25,000, not getting that. This one's just a bid price. Now 19, that would be the first one that, no, actually this 15. And then you got this 15. So, but that one shows up in the first row when you go buy now. So this 19, I probably would undercut that one. I would undercut that one, because as the time goes by, these cards all start to drop off in this order until it gets to where you get the hours. Okay, so that's going to drop off, that's going to drop off. But we're only posting our card for an hour, so really our card is going to be up against this 1 hour card right here. So I would put it, see, I bought it for 12. I would try to do it for 18,750. It's probably you'll probably have to repost it a few times, but you might get lucky. So that's why I don't like to snipe like that anymore, because the market's changed with all the promotions coming out, and you can see a card just dive in price. I've seen cards dive 10 grand, from a few hours or so. I look, at 1 o'clock and the card is 18,000, and I'll check back 2 hours later and the card's going for 11.5. So that is something to be aware of. So that's why I like to price my cards very, reasonable and keep uh, a tight price on it so that it sells quick, so I can get in and then get out before something changes. So for this Tom Brady, for me to buy it, I would need it to be about 10, and then I'd repost it for 13. And see, if I did that, my card is going to show up. If I repost it for 13, my card is going to show up right next to this one. And if I go by now filter, my card is going to be the second card in line. So it'll sell. So the next quarterback I check is Cam. 13, 14. See, these are just not enough of a spread. This, you don't want to see the price go up gradually for each card. That doesn't do anything for me there. So there's nothing in the quarterbacks to buy. So now going to halfback and wipe this out. And really what I'm looking for is something in the thousands just to get lucky, like a lucky snipe. Oh, that's a good one. See how to move fast. Like, I know all the prices, so it's a little easy for me. You'll learn the prices too. But Adrian Peterson for $2,000, I don't care how hard the market is tanking on him. He's gonna be. There goes another Geno Atkins. So you're gonna be able to get more than $2,000, more than $4,000 for him. So let's see what we can really get for Adrian Peterson. So shortcuts, you could just type part of the name. So I'm just typing DRIA. That'll get Adrian Peterson. So look at this. So I just bought that card for $2,000, and his best price right now is 7. So I'm gonna post my card for 9. So I'm gonna add 2 to the cheapest price. And if I post mine for 9 and I go look at time remaining, let's see what my card is going to. My card is going to be, well, there's a lot of them, so it's going to be down the row. My card is going to be up against this $12,000 card. So it's going to look really good sitting in front of this $12,000 card, because this is the first card that's an hour. So what I say I'm gonna post mine for 9. I could probably post it for more, but I'm not. I want to get in. I want it to sell and quick, and that's a really good profit. So I'm gonna post mine for 9. I'm gonna get that up right now. So let's just make sure we got it. Let's see right there, Adrian Peterson for $2,000. Can't believe that was sitting there. And you can do this at any time. You can do this if the market's high, low, because sometimes when there's an influx of coins like those predictors or any type of promotion that gives out basically free coins for doing little solos or whatever, you'll see fluctuations in the market with people that they're gonna spend all the coins they get, and prices go up or go down based on that. So we're gonna post this Adrian Peterson for $9,000 for 1 hour. All right, so we'll get $8,100 coins back, and we bought him for 2,000, so that'll be a $6,100 profit. All right, let's see what I have. I got 5 cards up on the auction. Let's get back in here. Alright, so let's see. So somebody bought the $7,000 one. And then I like to look at Bell. I haven't bought a lot of them, but when I have, it's been big profits whenever I got them. So that's just not a good spread. This is not a bad price to buy them for the weekend. Hold on to them till about Tuesday or Wednesday and then sell them, because this price should go back up to about in the 20s range. But I'm not going to do that today. And I got about 5 minutes left, so let me get through some more. So that, like I said, the other running backs, Forte is useless. Like you better get him for, I would say less. It would have to be less than 1,300 for me to buy him. because then you got to repost him for 2 grand more. It's just he's useless. Gurley, every now and then I'll catch him for 1700 or whatever. Same thing with Doug Martin, but yeah, also Jamal Charles. But I don't even want to bother filtering those down. So I'm just gonna go to the fullbacks. There's only 2 fullbacks. It's DeMarco and Reese. I've been getting them for 4 grand or so whenever there's a snipe. This doesn't really excite me. And then we're going to the wide receivers, and I'm gonna show you a little trick you can do on the wide receivers to be able to look at them quick. So they're all the same. They're just like running backs, a bunch of guys bunched up. And what you want to look at now, Dez holds value, and he's always 5 to 8 grand. And we can look at him. Let's see if there's one that's got some separation. But I get stuck with I get stuck with him a lot for whatever reason. I'll get him for a good price and then he just won't sell, and I have to keep reposting him. I just remember, maybe I'm just thinking about a few times I was getting frustrated with selling him, but it just seems like I end up getting stuck with him. I don't know why. Not stuck to where I mean, I've never had a card I couldn't just sell. I mean, eventually you'll be able to sell it, but so here's a little trick. So on the wide receivers with the same filter, just put RE and you'll see the best two, not the best two, well, the best two to snipe. And so 5 grand, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take this Hopkins for 5 grand, post him for 7. So when you do RE, you'll see AJ Green and you'll see Andre Hopkins. And what I say, we post it for 7. Make about 1,500 coins or whatever. We'll take it. When you think about it, man, see that incognito sold. So that was the one for, I think I had him posted for 19. Oh man, they got another Hopkins, 47. I'm gonna take it. And I'm posting for 67. I don't care. I'm gonna try to do a flurry of snipes. Then maybe I'll do another video later to just do a recap of what happened. Alright, so I'm good. So the cheapest AJ Green is 78. That's too much. If he was 5, then I would buy him. Alright, so let's move on to the next one. Wide receiver, tight end. This is gonna be just Greg Olsen. He's the only tight end that's has an ultimate base elite. So that's the other thing you need to be aware of too. Even if you buy a card at a good price, like this 99, that's a great price because it's got some separation between the other cards. I mean, you only got this one. You can get this 99 and then post your next card for 13.5 and beat the rest of the cards. And I could do that, but there's not a lot of cards. So, you know, when somebody comes in with the filter of time remaining, they see all the cards. So if there's only 10 cards, they're going to see all of them on the screen. So that's not a good time to overprice something because, you know, if I'm coming in, I'm going to see the cheapest. See, come in, time remaining. I go, oh, let me just go here and get this one. Now, it's not a lot of selection. Like I said, we could get this one and then post ours for 13.5, but I want a quicker sale than that. That seems like something I would have to repost, and then if the market dives on that card, then I'm stuck with it for a little while. All right, that's Whitworth. That might be decent to get him and put him for 6, but I've been getting him for 3, so I'm gonna pass. Joe Thomas is one of my favorites, but he's bunched up. So you got 52, 52, 55, 61. I'm not gonna get him unless I filter him out and I'm not seeing all the cards. Let's just take a look. Let's put in Joe. All right. 52. So, I mean, we can get him for 52, put him for 72, but, and that wouldn't be too bad because 72 is right here on the next row. I'm gonna pass on him for right now. I'm gonna look at the rest. All right, I'm running out of time. So, let's see. I'm just gonna get through the offense and then I'll cut the video there. There's nothing there. I don't know why these left guards are so expensive. And so the first thing I'm looking for is I'm looking for an incog to pop up in one of these first few rows because that lets you know right there that you got to jump on them. But you see right here, 1975. I think this is my card. It's 1975. Let's move on to centers, and you'll have, I think Mathis is it? No, is it? Oh, Cahill and Pouncey. No, you can usually get a good price to snipe them would be in the 2,000 range and post it for 4,000 range. Travis is a good one. Travis Frederick, if you can get him for 8, you see he starts at 12 right there. You'll see him sprinkled in every now and then at the top, you know, to jump on him. Right guards, Mathis, Lang. This is a little too much. These guys are cheap. Like you can get them for two grand, post for 4, and they'll sell right away. Now this Zach Martin, I've been getting a lot of those lately, so let's filter him. Everybody loves Dallas offensive linemen. So it's 58. I could put him for 78. Yeah, I'm gonna do that because that 78 is on the see how fast somebody got that one. So yeah, that's one I should have just pulled the trigger on when I first saw him. I mean, there's a lot of guys out here doing the same thing I'm doing. So let's go right guard, last one, right tackle. Lane, nope. This should be really now. The Schwartz, when he pops up in the first few rows, pay attention to him. But even at 68, that's just not. Like I've seen, I usually get him for like 47 and then resell him for 67, something like that. So, you know, this 68 is not going to work. And I don't think is there anything down here at the bottom? No. All right, well, let me go back into, I got 6 auctions. And you can look at some of the ones I sold already. Incognito sold. Atkins, I got him for 36, post for 56. Bennett got for 16, posted for 36. So both my Incognitos sold, and I just bought them. I got this one. I got these Incognitos for 14 and 15,000, and sold them for 18.75 and 19,000. I got this Whitworth for 39, sold them for 59, and Willie Brown for 35, sold them for 55. So I did a 2,000 rule on most of these except for the Incognitos where I added 4. Added 4 grand, or a little bit more actually. So now we just got these Hopkins. See, I didn't realize how many Hopkins I bought. I bought 3 of them, but that's okay. If they don't sell, just repost them. Just repost them. Put look at whoever what's the cheapest Hopkins at the time. Put 2 grand on it. Put it back on the market. Peterson, that's going to be a nice profit. That's going to be the $6,100 one. So I have other ways of sniping. I think those gold Ultimate Legends are going to be really hot to get as far as make some coins off of. I'm going to show you that real quick. If I were looking for a new filter, I would look at these. So I would go Ultimate Legend and like maybe let's just pick Willie Brown and go to his rookie card. And then filter by now, and see he's got 3,500. 3,500, sell it for 5,500. You just got to be careful moving into the weekdays because the price will drop, or it could go up. But I don't know. I don't know how these cards are going to hold. But this chemistry card, I got a feeling it'll stay around these prices for a little while because actually this card actually helps people if you put it in the lineup and it's got all these chems on it. See, I mean it's selling. But can you make money off of it? So, if you get it for 35 and sell it for 55, I mean, I did it today, but I don't know how long that's gonna last. So this Kraus, that's got a lot of, and these cards, you would think these cards are not that attractive because they're only 84 golds, but they are because they're good enough to put in a salary cap lineup. I mean, these cards are the salary cap rosters are going to change so much with these cards coming out with these Ultimate Legends because these lower level cards, they do something really well and guys will put them in their lineup just to do one thing really well, and so they'll be popular. Last year some of the strength cornerbacks were used in the cover 2 as the nickel and the dime backs, and those are those are guys with high block shed and hit power and strength and tackle, and they were those guys dominated the Madden Challenge with those type of players in those positions, and they were cheap because they were gold cards and they were low cap value. So I'm gonna end the video now. I'll get back on and do a recap and do some more sniping. Everybody take care, stay woke.